who was robbing God, and is that nation who were cursed with a curse. That nation is the nation that made a covenant with God in Mount Sinai. And you need to go to Exodus chapter 24. I'm telling you, this is one of those scriptures that is in our Bible. In fact, the first time I saw that scripture in the Bible is like, this scripture is in my Bible, why haven't I seen it? So I will recommend to the audience, please go look up Exodus chapter 24, verse 1 to 11, if you want to see where Israel entered into a covenant with God. And then we know that the covenant, that the Mount Sinai covenant, was a conditional covenant. It was a bilateral covenant. It had two parties, Israel and God. Moses was the mediator. Wow. It was a bilateral, conditional covenant. If Israel obeyed, so we have Leviticus chapter 26, Deuteronomy chapter 27, and chapter 28 that states the terms for obedience and the blessings for obedience and the curses for disobedience. So, by the time we arrive at Malachi, God is addressing a people who have repeatedly resisted him, rebelled against him. God was addressing a failed priesthood. Wow. The book of Malachi was written to a rebellious house of Israel and a corrupt priesthood. If you read Malachi chapter 1 and Malachi chapter 2, you will see clearly who the book of Malachi is addressed to. So now to take a scripture from Malachi as an injunction, as a doctrine for the New Testament church who are not under the covenant of Mount Sinai, but are under the unconditional covenant, the Abrahamic covenant. So if you look at Galatians chapter 3, verse 13 and 14, you will see that Christ has redeemed us from the curse of the law, being made a curse for us, because scripture says, curse is everyone who is hung on a tree, so that the blessings of Abraham might come upon the Gentiles through faith in Jesus Christ. My sister, this is the scripture that should have been shouted from all our pulpits. Rather than telling people you are cursed with a curse.